News Channel 11's Jackie DeFusco spent the day looking into President George H.W. Bush's connections to the Tri-Cities.
And Jackie, the president had some ties to this part of the country, even some family ties to Kingsport.
Yeah, Josh, before President H.W. Bush was born, his father actually worked at a hardware store in Kingsport. His parents later moved to New England, but the former president has been quoted in past interviews wondering what his life might have been like if they'd stayed in East Tennessee. This humble Kingsport home, representing just one chapter from the Bush family American dream.
You can go from humble beginnings to become literally the president of the United States, and I think that's very cool, and that we get to be a part of that story too, I think is really cool.
President George H.W. Bush's parents lived here for 6 months in the early 1920s. A piece of history before the White House most left in this neighborhood weren't alive to witness. But when then Vice President Bush came back for a visit,
we were very honored to be able to have that opportunity to meet him. He was well liked and revered by most, as far as I know, every neighbor up here.
Denise Johnson was working at John Sevier Middle School, just down the road, where Bush held a campaign rally ahead of his victorious 1988 election.
Did not feel like he was there campaigning. As the neighbors spoke about the visit after he had gone, we were all very impressed with how friendly he was and how comfortable he seemed around all of us.
And that wasn't the last time Bush Sr. touched down in the Tri-Cities.
So I got to know him pretty well, and same with George W. They're great people and just have done so much for that you never hear about.
Both former presidents are honorary members at the Old Farm Golf Course in Bristol, Virginia, after working with local businessman James McLaughlin to develop an organization that uses golf to help disadvantaged youth.
He respected everybody else. He saw everybody as an equal. He saw everybody as somebody that really had something to offer.
And McLaughlin says he saw himself as just a regular guy.
Never I've been president of the United States, or I've done this or that. You wouldn't even know that he was anything but just a regular person. If you didn't know better, you'd have to ask, what do you do in life, you know?
President H.W. Bush was also known for writing thoughtful handwritten notes, and back when Ballot Health CEO Alan Levine was working in former Florida Governor Jeb Bush's administration, he received one of those notes. Levine says today that the president was a deeply emotional man with a great sense of humor, and of course that he'll be missed. Live in the studio, Jackie DeFusco, News Channel 11 in your corner.